So if you're getting ready to move to Montana, better get used to seeing these bad boys because we love our guns. See, guns in Montana are kind of a rite of passage. It's just the way we were raised. We know guns. We teach our kids at a young age how to use them safely. See, our whole mindset behind being red, being conservative, and where we live is that this is something we teach our children so that they are safe with it. So I'm more comfortable with my 9-year-old with a gun than 99% of the world with a gun. So what I want to do is talk about those things that if you can't handle them, if you can't handle Montana, don't even think about moving here. I'm going to be raw. I'm going to be open, honest, everything you need to know about living in Montana. And we're getting after it right now. What's up, everybody? This is Jackson Wilkey with the Living in Bozeman channel. If this is your first time to this channel, you want to learn everything about what it's like to work, eat, sleep, live, play, the lifestyle, and just being in Montana, then make sure you tap that subscribe button and you click the little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. And we honestly get so many phone calls, emails, texts from people moving and relocating here to Montana. We absolutely love it. So thinking about moving anywhere in the area, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, weekends, we got your back with moving to Montana. All right, so I just wanted to be open and honest. You know, we get so many reach outs, and a lot of these are the reasons people want to move here. But at the same time, people are just absolutely shocked with how Montana is, you know, and it's just stuff we take for granted. It's exactly the way we were raised and what we know. And so I want to just be open and honest, the things, the cold, hard facts you need to know when moving to Montana. The first one is the most obvious. It's super red. It's super conservative. Yes, I understand some of the college towns, localized, they're starting to, change a little bit, but you get just minutes outside and it is still the belief systems of Montana, and that is very conservative. So these are people that absolutely love their flag, they love their state, and they love America. And those are things that you will never, ever change. And that's the one thing that we need to get across is come enjoy Montana. Be Montana. You're moving here for a lifestyle, but don't impose what your beliefs are into people from Montana. That's all that is asked. And so you will see very strong beliefs, but you're going to see incredible people. These are people that will do anything for you as long as you're not trying to change them. Embrace who they are. Learn from them. And that is the one thing that they will do to you as well. So we're not out here trying to force anything on anybody, and that's the way that we see it too. So with the red conservative, what we also see is that maybe it's not the red conservative, but we just believe in the things that we believe in. So when the mask mandates and stuff come out, it was basically non-existent within months. We just are individuals. We're very individualistic. We have our own belief systems. And, when it comes to wearing masks, it was just not really a thing. So as it was really being blown out, as we saw in the news in some of these areas, and some areas a year and a half in still mandating masks, Montana was like, we'll just kind of keep moving on. You kind of wore it at the beginning in grocery stores and stuff, but then it went away. So you're going to see just that's the lifestyle here is people want to be exactly who they are. Don't impose anything on them. And if you want to get to know them, ask them about their hunting stories. That's when they really open up to you. And trust me, you talk to anybody about their hunting stories. You get me going on hunting stories, you ain't shutting me up. Go get you a 12-pack of Natty Light, and we're going, baby. So that's the one thing that you need to know. So number 2 on the list, thing you need to know, Montana's not cheap anymore. It's been discovered. We're helping clients move all across Montana. We've got partner agents everywhere, basically anywhere you need to go. But the one thing that everybody thinks is I'm going to go to Montana and I'm going to go out there and buy 100 acres and be a rancher. Now, it doesn't happen. You've got to have a lot of money to do that. And so just going out and finding 50 acres to live on is something that's very difficult now. Is it impossible? No, but we get a lot of messages of people, hey, is there anything out there for 50 grand, 100 grand? It's been discovered. Like Montana is where people want to be. And these are areas you have to realize where they're not mass expanding. They're not growing all these giant suburbs and cities. So there's not as much inventory, which drives up the prices. And people move to Montana to get their space. So you may have a little city suburb that's 10, 15 miles outside of the main area because, a farmer sold off some property and developed some houses there. So again, understanding lifestyle, what you need to be close to is what we love and help people do. But things are getting very expensive. Number 3 on the list is the wild animals. You're moving to Montana. You want to be outdoors. You love big sky country, whatever it is. So this whole south, like all the way to down to, oh my gosh, look at that buck. Hold on, there's a big old buck right there. He's got a double brow tine too. That's so rare. 2 of them. That is a double brow tine, tine. So he's got 3. Oh my gosh. That's Montana. I mean, they were bedded down, and that buck. Oh my! I haven't seen him before, but that is a double tine on one side, and a single. So super rare. That's here. I mean, the mountains. They're right behind us. The national forest. You got giant freaking neighborhood bucks. So we're gonna keep driving through here and showing you these houses. Jeez. Gonna be animals, and the things that you need to really worry about are the cow moose. So this is something that everybody thinks of, the grizzlies and the black bears and the cougars, and yeah, I mean, I'm damn scared of a cougar, but you know, wolves and all that stuff, we'll get into wolves. That's a whole different beast right there. But the cow moose, people come up and they see, oh, this cute moose, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go take pictures. If there is a calf anywhere near that cow moose, get the hell out of there. The scariest and most traumatic experiences I've had in the woods, and I spent my life in the woods hunting, is cow moose. I've been chased multiple times, and it's not because I'm approaching them. I come up, I'm elk hunting, I'm being quiet, boom, there they are. Holy crap, she's coming at you. You run 1/4 of a mile and they don't stop. They will chase you forever. So just be aware of that. Most of the blackberries you see, if you see them, they're usually going to run away. I've never really had anybody be encountered by black bears, but you got to realize in Montana there are some grizzly bears, and they can get flat out nasty. So bear spray is something you're absolutely going to want to have. And then when it comes to the wolves, they're not as scary for us humans, but what they're doing to livestock, what they're doing to our elk herds, our deer herds, and those freaking beautiful moose is not cool. And that's what, you know, again, not imposing things onto us. Our beliefs are what they are. We had Canadian timber wolves introduced in the Lolo National Forest, the Lolo Pass. They've just spread like wildfire, these wolves. And I mean, we can legally hunt them now. In fact, when it started out, they were endangered, and then it got to a point there were so many we could shoot one, and then now it's, if you trap, you can, you know, get up to 5 additional. So I mean, they're aware these things spread, and they are really tearing down packs. So you're not going to really have to worry about wolves attacking humans. I haven't heard it yet, although I did have a buddy who got surrounded by a bunch of wolves. Now, whether he was in between something, he shot off his pistol quite a few times. Doesn't know if he hit any of them, but you know, they took off. So they can be a little bit terrifying, but they are also, you know, tearing up our wildlife. It's just the truth. And the next one is the cougar. So the mountain lions, to me, is the scariest animal. They say for every 40 hours you spend out in the woods, you've crossed one. I still, to this day, with shooting multiple elk and a lot of deer and spending a lot of time, I've never personally seen one. So I don't know how many of these damn things have been watching me, but they are the scary ones, and one you have to watch out. Again, if you see any of these things, just back away. You don't want to run and cause a scene. Back away. But, you know, bear spray is probably something you want to keep. Another thing that you need to really look at is the educational systems. If you're moving here with the family, with the kiddos wanting to go into schools, Montana's not ranked the highest in education. Now, things are growing, and as a lot of people are moving to Montana, it is infusing the economy, and a lot of that money does go to schools. I will say that the colleges, they definitely are pretty amazing educational systems. Cool thing about localized, and I mean, I guess this is across the nation, but man, you go to some of these schools and you hit alumni, like you're gonna get the job. But when it comes to like the elementary schools and kind of your primary schools, it does rank a little bit lower. And so for some of the kids, it can be a little bit different. If you're looking for like top end schools, you really need to look at different city suburbs. Obviously the Bozeman area, Missoula, some of these larger cities will have better educational systems. But man, where some of my family and my wife's family's from, they run yearly reunions for the whole class, like from the last 50 years, and there'll be like 30 people there. So there are some very, very tiny schools in Montana. But yes, we are starting to see some growth, massively, obviously in Billings as well. But more and more families are moving to this area, and education is something big. It's not going to be the top best. You may have to look into some private education if you want to really earn that top education. But as far as the schools, like there's not schools I'm worried about my kids going to. It's different than, you know, moving to a big metro large area where you have to really zone in on schools. Like, hey, all the schools are just about the same educational, you know, and Some of the schools, when it comes to sports programs, are quite smaller. You'll see some like 7-man football leagues and stuff. Again, to the larger cities, you'll have better opportunities for the schools. So as we're getting into the heart of West Bozeman here, you can see this is the brand new high school. And $100 million school. So huge tennis facilities, basketball facilities, sports facilities. The coolest thing that I love about it is the biggest shop welding they have in here. They got multiple gymnasiums, workout. You can see the kiddos hanging out, just open, like literally just open this week. I want to talk about the weather. People underestimate the weather in Montana. Yes, everybody knows it snows, it can get cold. But the one thing you need to know is that a lot of Montana, especially the more central you go, is going to be a lot flatter than you would think. Yes, you have big sky, you got giant mountains, but man, you can get some long, flat areas in Montana, especially the farther you go, like Billings. And actually, the coldest I've ever been was just an hour north of Billings in Roundup, Montana. It was -20, and with the wind chill, it was like -40 something. I've never felt anything like it in my life. It sneaks up into every crevice and crack, and we were out there helping to feed cattle. It's freaking cold, so you're going to see wind gusts. The farther the west you go, the Kalispells, the Buttes, Buttes probably about the farthest where you're getting a lot of the trees and the bigger mountains, just like, Kalispell up to the north, and Missoula, over there west in the central areas. You're going to get a lot more snow in those areas. It's closer to Montana, close to Canada, so you'll get sopped in. And the thing about it is it can hit early. So obviously you're coming to Montana, you understand that, but the longevity of winters is what kills people, because sometimes it can stretch out till, April, May. And as soon as the snow goes away, then all of a sudden, boom, another snowstorm hits, and you kind of can get tired of it. I get it. You go up skiing, you go up snowboarding, but you can't do this stuff every day. And a lot of people got to live life. You got to go to, your job, your work. And so people drive the speed limit in Idaho and in Montana when snow hits too. So you may be a little bit terrified of the snow and not know how to drive in it, but here, people still go 5 miles an hour with the speed limit. But it's the length, the longevity, how long it can stay, cold. And sometimes it doesn't go away for a long time. And then sometimes you just get these super easy winters, barely any snow. But that's not really a good thing for Montana, because that doesn't pack the mountains with snow. And then the lakes and the rivers are just little streams by the end of it. I've seen it both ways, where, you can get some actual flooding because we have so much snowpack. To me personally, being an avid hunter and a big time fly fisherman, that's what I want to see. I want to see plenty of water, so we want all that snow. But yes, you can have some winters where you don't get near as much snow, and man, I've seen some of the rivers and stuff just drop it's pretty scary sometimes. The other thing is the fires. We get so many fires. It gets hot. People don't understand how hot it can actually get in the summers too. There was well over the hundreds, a few days ago, and it gets dry fast. And there is a lot, and I mean a lot of fuel in Montana. So the thing also is you're bordering, Canada. So Canada is 98% national forest. They get a crap ton of fires, and a lot of that smoke comes down into Idaho, Montana, these areas that people, and Washington's always, on fire. Idaho can be on fire. Montana definitely gets its fire. I've seen it shut down I-90 before because of some of the fires. And it's just something that you kind of have to deal with. We don't have any like hurricanes or tornadoes or anything like that you'll truly see, but ice storms can be bad, and the summer months with the fires can definitely get you. And lastly, Montana is just what it is. People are who they are. There's some very desolate areas. There's some of the most gorgeous areas you'll ever see. Understanding that Kalispell, from Billings, from Bozeman, from Missoula to Butte, they're all different. They all have their plus, their minuses. I've been in all of them. I've done from softball tournaments to staying to having family to having ranches in some of these, hunting. They're all different. Understanding what you need, your lifestyle, what you want to be close to will really dictate. People actually start on one side of the state thinking they want it, and they'll end up on the complete opposite side. So understanding that's very important. That's what we do. Reach out to us, and we can have those conversations. We've got partner agents all across the state. We help people move, relocate to Montana. But the only way we can help you is you got to reach out. You got to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, weekends, we got your back on moving to Montana. Until the next video, guys, we'll catch you later.